Hello, welcome to another episode of Ark Survival Evolved Mobile. I'm Dr. Tukara, and in today's episode, we're going to do something a little different, guys. We're going to talk about some of the questions that get away from me. Talk about some of the questions that people have about Ark and Ark Mobile in general, and we're going to answer some of those questions today. We're also going to talk about the future of Ark Mobile. What is happening with this game? What are the plans? What are my personal plans? What are the game's plans itself? So let's start with the good news. No matter what happens, this game is one of the best open world free mobile games there is, bar none. There's nothing else out there that's even close to this. This game is insane. For what it is, this game is insane. It's open world, it's free, and you can play it and do nothing or do everything. It's all up to you. So we're going to talk about that. What I like to do, if I get bored with the game, for me, Ark Mobile is either a survival game or it's The Sims. I sit at home and build and grow animals and do whatever. Or I'm out combating and following missions and doing whatever. So there's a lot you can do. Sometimes you just have to be creative. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So Ark, I'm an Ark Mobile partner. They do pay for my server, so let's talk about what the plans are. Basically, the questions that get asked the most, are we getting new dinos? The answer is probably not. I hate to break it to you, probably not. There are not really any in the plans right now. What about a new map? Sorry, it's not happening, guys. There's not really a plan for that right now. I hate to break that to you. That's going to break some hearts. But that is not in the plans right now. What about the new content? A new dungeon? Sorry, not right now, no. There's not really a plan for... the dungeons are going to stay pretty much the same way they've been. We're going to get some repeat dungeons for a while. I personally am okay with that. I mean, they've made a lot of dungeons. They've pretty much got a rotation probably for a couple of years worth, and we're good to go. We don't really need them. I mean, I've heard people say, well, I like not knowing what's in the next dungeon, next room. First of all, you're not going to remember what was in there a year ago. Unless you're looking at a map. If you don't want to see it, don't look at a map. I personally like having maps. I like knowing what's in there for the traps and the walls and the jumps. Other than that, it doesn't matter to me. But so don't plan on any of that. So don't plan on a new map. Don't plan on a new dino. Don't plan on any new content. Not really. Most of the updates that we're going to be getting, they are going to be for glitches and bugs. So the next update is going to be to fix some issues with Android and Android users not being able to play. So think about that. That's the priority. These devs are very busy. This is not their only job. They have other games they work on as well. So you can't really expect them to drop everything and just do what you want them to do. They're busy. So their focus is going to be... There's a lot of things they would love to do. They're just not allowed to do it right now. So we're going to focus on the positives of the game. What about cheats in PvP? They're aware of most of the cheats in PvP. They have a whole list of bugs and cheats and things like that. But I'm sorry, a lot of them are not going to get fixed anytime soon. Unless it's a game breaker, it's not going to happen. They're not going to be able to. The resources are not going to be there for them to do that. I know some of the other more mobile partners who focus on PvP have been dealing with some new cheats that have come out that are potentially game breaking. The devs are aware of it, but in the meantime, you're going to be left to fend for yourselves, and so we're going to have to deal with these things. It's always going to be there. Some of this stuff you're just going to have to deal with. So what do I do? What's the future of Ark for me? At the meantime, with no new content, no map, no dinos coming, you basically just have to make up your own game. I know that a lot of the content creators have struggled. A lot of us were playing daily. We had daily videos of Ark Mobile. But I'm sorry, guys, there's not enough content in Ark Mobile to keep doing this daily. Some of them have switched to PvP. I'm not really interested in PvP in Ark because I prefer I love my dinos. I don't want to see things destroyed and all that. So I prefer to keep my dinos. So I have no plans of going to PvP. So what I like to focus on are my future plans for live streaming. Now I do have a lot of plans. Some of them may not come to fruition. We don't know. We don't know what the future holds for this game. But for me personally, the goal is to be able to play with, more viewers, and to do a lot more of that. But all of that requires live streaming. I can't do it when I'm offline like this. I have to be able to fit that into my schedule. I have, multiple things going on. So what I'm going to have to focus on, it's going to be more community based. I did build the city. That city was built for a reason. We do have plans for that. A fully functional city that runs on a lot of role-playing. So for you guys, if you need tips on how to make your gaming experience a little better, or even last longer, because a lot of people get bored once they played for a while. They feel like there's nothing else to do. Well, this game is full of possibilities. So make up your own storyline. Do role-play. That's what I'm going to be doing. I do have plans. I don't want to give away too many plans because some of it's going to start next season. Some of it will have to wait until I can live stream, which I'm not sure when that's going to be, but I'm working toward that. A lot of that's going to entail being creative with my process. I do have a lot of roleplay planned for that. So mainly the focus is going to be the live streams, the city. I do have more plans for the city once the time has come. I can't reveal too many plans because some of that's going to be episodes in the next season. And yes, I do plan ahead. Another way you can do that is if you want to extend your gameplay with no new content, no new maps or dinos coming out. You make up your own stuff. You do roleplay is a good example. So you make up your own storyline. You can play with other players as long as it's all working together. I'm going to be doing some roleplay. The city is going to function like a city, so there's going to be some roleplay involved in that. Okay, so when you extend that gameplay, some ideas may be, and I may use some of these myself to make it a little harder. If you're on a city, try playing on Brutal. Try playing not only on Brutal, but try with Primitive only. Like, if I decided to do a Primitive series, that means no Ascendant blueprints. Do you know how much harder this game would be if you only had to use Primitive and you were on Brutal? This game would be really, really difficult. And that's a good thing. That'll keep you playing longer, because you're not going to get bored with it. I know for myself and a lot of the content creators, finding new things when you've been playing for so long is hard to do. And a lot of them are not playing every day like we used to because we don't have enough content to keep it up. I get that. I understand it. But you have to be creative when you're a content creator. And even if you're the average player who doesn't create content, just be creative. This game is a massive open world. There's a lot of things. You can literally sit on one herbivore island and never leave and have a full game there if you wanted to. So just be creative. That's going to be my plan. This world is huge, so you can't tell me that you're going to run out of ideas. You will eventually, but also there's not going to be a reason not to play. Even with no new content, there's massive content here. So one of the biggest plans is going to be to focus on the content. There's a lot we can do, a lot we still have planned. So don't give up on the game. It's a great game. There's a lot you can do. Just be a little creative about it. Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.